bye bye, Hindi chini bye bye. So they are very well versed. Here also they eat it up. So these animals, now we are not against slaughter. The court says you can slaughter. I'm not against slaughter. But the rule says that you can only take 6 cows in one big truck. Now they are taking 36 cows in one big truck, out of which there are so many animals that are trampled upon, and so many animals are dead before landing there. Now all these animals that are going are suffering from some kind of a disease. They are old. They are not worthy to be kept by the farmer. They are declared unserviceable. So these animals are going there for slaughter. Now I am being an animal welfare person. I am also interested about the human being. Now the person who's eating these animals is going to suffer something. Now these animals are not only being eaten, they are not eating anything which is good. They are eating more, they consume more of plastic. There is no room in their stomach to consume, to keep food in it. It is only filled with 35 to 40 kgs of plastic. Every post-mortem that we done, we took out compressed plastic. If the cow gets pregnant, there is no room for the calf to grow in the stomach because of the plastic. These are chickens of Chennai. That is the zoo, and this is in front of Vivekananda, this donkey, Vivekananda College, Mylapore. There were 4 donkeys for the past 80 years. They are having donkeys and they sell the milk. Each teaspoon of donkey milk is 300 rupees. இப்போ தமிழன் எதுக்கு தெரியுமா குடிக்கிறான்? இந்த பால் குடிச்சாச்சுனா குரல் வந்து நல்லா இருக்குமா. If you drink this milk, you will have a very sweet voice. எல்லா லதா மங்கேஷ்கர் ஆவறதுக்கு வந்துட்டு பால் குடிக்கிறான், கழுத பால். Sir, donkeys, they do have very sweet voices, sir. When the donkey brays, don't you recognize the voice? You do recognize the voice. It is very sweet. If you listen to these animals when they, you know, the birds chirping, you like to hear that.
I didn't mean that way, sir. Since the people are drinking the milk to improve the...
Ama sir, they Lata Mangeshkar, they will become Bala Subramaniam. What's this new song which I heard from somebody's? I just gave a, I was calling someone and one song came. Why this Kolaveri? They drink this donkey's milk, they will have this Kolaveri. Next, sir. Freedom from pain and disease. Those are the chickens which are being slaughtered. They are being bred in the most cruel habitat. That is coming, the chickens that are coming are not coming from the farmer, it is coming from the industry, the poultry industry. They invent means and methods of cruel ways to satisfy the needs of the consumer. That is Whitey. He knows Whitey. Ravichandra, you know Whitey. Whitey was the dog which was living in Zamin Palavaram before the flats can come up. The Jain Green Acres apartments, before it could come up, this Whitey was a little pup there. The real estate had purchased this land from the owner who was living in a hut. This pup was left back and went. The people who came to construct these flats, they took care of Whitey. Now Whitey that was his home. You have invaded his place, his territory. And when the people started coming in, they did not want Whitey there. So they told the security department whom they hired, they said either Whitey is there, this dog is there, or you are here. So they got together and they beat up this dog. And this dog was rescued by a little girl, 11-year-old girl. She asked her mother, what is happening? Why should you kill this dog? Why are they beating this dog? Then the mother, she went on Google, called me, and I went there and I rescued this dog. Of course, I put all 3 guys in the police station, and the person who attempted to bribe me and save those guys, he also I put him behind bars. But I go there, I have no compromise, no sympathy. What the law says, I will do that. So Whitey is rescued. Whitey is adopted by a person. She is fine. She gives you 121 kisses in 1 minute. This is a Great Dane which is suffering from ticks. Now Great Danes are purchased by people who are well-to-do. they have a kind of fancy for some kind of an animal. They take it and they go and they keep it. When it gets when it gets sick, they abandon that dog. So this is the way, this is the quality of person, the quality of the owner of that dog. And this is, a calf was trying to take some food from a goldsmith. So every time he chased it, it never went. So he took some acid, what he uses, and he poured it on that calf. Freedom from pain and disease. Next, sir. Freedom to express normal behavior. Today what we do, we tend to say that the dogs are barking. And the dogs bark, they measure it with so many decimals of noise. Dogs don't make noise. They only bark. They don't create any kind of environmental danger. They bark. It has the freedom to express normal behavior. You confiscate yourself in a flat. Vastu endrathu vandittu kedaiye kedaiyadhu. You have a flat. It only has one door. Exit and entry is the same. You bring one new interior designer. She puts your cot in opposite directions. Enga thookam varum? He is troubled so much that he can hear when he is sleeping in his AC room the sound of the dog barking. He will complain. Freedom to express normal behavior. This is the Constitution of India that gives you the liberty, gives them the liberty, the 5 freedoms. The next, freedom from fear and distress. These pictures are more than enough to express what is happening. பேசணும்னு சொல்லியாசனா நிறைய பேசலாம். அடுத்தது சார், Article 51A(G) Part 4, the fundamental duties. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for all living creatures. You know this Trek Polamaa, it is giving so much of people who are doing trekking, people, the tourism department, they are becoming conscious. The municipalities, the corporations, they are becoming conscious that people are coming. There's revenue coming in. Tourism is improving. You know, there's so much of consciousness it's creating and awareness. So by you visiting sites, places like this, they are not going to build flats there. இல்லனா வந்துட்டு எவனாவது அங்கே வந்துட்டு ஒரு வீடு கட்டிடலாம். In Ooty வந்துட்டு you cannot buy one piece of land. No more land for sale. There are so many places. If you go to Jammu and Kashmir, they have a different law. An Indian can't buy land in J&K. You have to be a citizen of J&K to buy land there. You can't transfer land to another person if he is not from J&K. They have a different law there. Next, sir. Article 21, right to personal life and liberty. If a citizen of India wants to feed and provide shelter to stray animals, he or she is at liberty to do so. Next, sir. What the animal laws are. The Constitution of India, the Indian Penal Code 1860, the Criminal Procedure Code 1973, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, the Police Acts, the Municipal Corporation Acts. All these acts are not created today. They were all created 1 century ago. 100 years ago வந்துட்டு இதெல்லாம் போட்டு வெச்சிருக்காங்க. We have to follow it. Next, sir. The Indian Penal Code section 289, negligent conduct with respect to an animal. That picture was taken by one of my friends who was tracking an animal, this vehicle that was coming. That buffalo tried to jump out. Its neck got cut in the go back to that, sir. In that rope. So instead of taking the picture, this guy left the picture, then he had to cut that rope. Negligent conduct, respect to an animal, 289. See this chain on this German Shepherd, it is called a choke collar. Now this is also cruelty. Now this is invented by a dog trainer who is not the dog trainer at all. He adopts to cruel methods where he puts this chain and strangles the dog when it pulls. Every time it pulls, it hurts the dog. So the dog stops pulling. Under IPC section 289, it's an offense. Next, sir. Section 428, mischief by killing or maiming animals of the value of 10 rupees. What is the price value of a dog today? Can anyone tell me what is the price of a dog?
300.
300 rupees. Very good. Next.
Maybe it's 11,000 for a great day.
11,000
1,000.
for a great dane. How will you evaluate a dog? According to the breed or what? Now, what is the price of a dog that is on the street? Huh? Free. So, if it is free, then it doesn't exceed the value of 10 rupees. Sir, ஒரு நாயை வந்துட்டு சோறு போடணும்னா எவ்வளவு ஆகும்? How much does it cost for you to put for you to feed a dog? 4 முட்டை 20 ரூபாய். 4 eggs 20 rupees. ஒரு முட்டை எடுத்தாலே வந்துட்டு போதும். 4 இட்லி வாங்கினாலே 10 ரூபாய். How many idlis you put for your puppy? 6 idlis. More than 10 rupees. Section 428. Now these sections were created in 1860. Next, sir. Section 429, mischief by killing or maiming any animal of the value of 50 rupees up to 5 years imprisonment. Now this girl is from Polamaa. She is an MBA student. She had a dog which is in her lap, and her elder brother in a drunken fit came and asked her for money, where she refused to give him the money, and this dog was playing at his feet, and she also seen the dog playing at his feet, and before he could leave, he stamped the dog's throat and killed it. She was so mentally disturbed, she couldn't get over it, that she had to call me, and when I went there, I got him arrested, and she's very happy that he was arrested. That was in Kanchipuram. The picture is not very clear. It is a cow that was killed by a person. He is put in for 5 years, and on top, that incident took in Pudal prison. How many of you are police officers down here? Nobody. Prison, the Pudal prison is a high security zone. They have invited people with guns to shoot the dogs down there. You know, it is not only killing dogs, it is about using arms in a high security zone. It has become a big issue with the police. Next, sir. Section 289, negligent conduct with respect to an animal. Cows on the street. Most of our IT professions, they meet with accidents in Pallikarnai and OMR. They drive so fast, they have few hours to sleep. They drive so fast, they come home. In the midst, the cow is sitting, they bump into that. All this, section 289. If you abandon an animal, if you leave an animal on the street, it is an offense. If a dog, you're taking a dog for a walk, if it bites a person, it is an offense. And this is, I will talk about this guy later. His subject will come. It's a big St. Bernard's dog. Next, sir. Section 378, 379, imprisonment up to 3 years or with a fine or both. This is how they smuggle the cows. It's a big truck. They wall the body with bags, and they have the cows in between. And this is a truck of 35 buffaloes, so tightly. And this is all coming from Orissa. It is not from Andhra Pradesh. This is all from Orissa. Next, sir. Section 503. Anyone who intimidates a person taking care of stray animals is liable for criminal intimidation and can be arrested without a warrant. This is what the law says. Next, sir. Polluting the environment. Section 278. These are some of the graves that I've exhumed. These dogs were killed in Pallikarnai and buried near the local water body that you have seen. So when I go and lodge a police complaint, I don't just use the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act alone. The penalty in the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act is just 50 rupees. But when I invent methods like this, I use all these sections there. I make sure that that guy doesn't come out. And I demand for public arrest. I'd sit in front of that police station. I wait for the police to arrest this guy and come. I will make him hold his slate with his offense, name, everything written, and I will take pictures of him. I will humiliate him. I don't spare anybody. So this is what they do. When they kill a dog, they bury it near local water body. This is something. How many of you are from Marg down here? Swarna Bhumi? Can I talk about Marg? Who?
No, he's not anymore with Mark.
When were you there last?
I know it.
You know this incident?
I don't want to defend her.
Yeah, it's anyhow. Very silent. Okay, I'll also keep it silent, sir. Periyalunga. Next. Police Acts empowers police officers with respect to offences under the PC Act 1960, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. If an animal is tied, continuously tied for more than a period of 4 to 5 hours, it becomes an offence. This is the little donkey in front of Vivekananda College, Mylapore. We have confiscated all these animals. We have taken it into Blue Cross. Next, sir. India's most important animal welfare act, the PC Act 1960. This is again YT, which was this. That is the camels which were transported all the way from Bikaner district, Rajasthan, to Chennai for slaughter. So there were 12 camels in one truck. All 4 legs were tied. Their heads were turned and tied. They were bundled, and because of the poor climatic conditions, the vehicle that should have come in 5 days came in 12 days. It came in 12 days. So I stopped this truck and we tried to release these camels. But then there was a lot of violence took place. The police also did not cooperate a lot. So I lost that. The remaining, this is which happened in Chengalpat, where we stopped and confiscated all those animals, 35 animals. Next, sir. Section 11(1)(a), beating, kicking, overdriving, overloading, torturing, causing unnecessary pain, suffering to any animal. These are the laws which say you can't beat an animal. You can't kick it. 1960 போட்டு வச்சிருக்காங்க. Anyway, next. Section 11(1)(b), employing ill of old animals for labor. Section 11(1)(c), administrating any injurious drugs to animals. How many of you drink milk? Very good. Is milk a nutritious diet, doctor? It's a very nutritious diet. Now just imagine, now the milk is a very, it is not only a nutritious diet, it is used for all ceremonies. புது வீட்டுக்கு போனா பால் பொங்குனா தான் வந்துட்டு உள்ளே எடுத்து வைப்பாங்க காலை. ஈவன் ஃபார் யுவர் ஹனிமூன் பாலும் பழம் இருந்தா தான் சார் ஹனிமூன். என்ன சார் சிரிக்கிறீங்க? மேரேஜ் ஆயிடுச்சா? So milk is such a beautiful diet, but what happens is one man's greed, because of the consumers, now the animals that are in the milk industry is chained to a 4x4. The bull calves that are born, the throats are slit, the flesh goes to the slaughterhouse wheel, and the skin makes the finest of leather. The cow calf that's supposed to play in the meadows, jump and have the choice of eating the finest of grass, is tied to a 4x4 square foot concrete flooring all through its life. It is artificially inseminated, kept pregnant all through its life. And then what? To remove the milk, they put one injection, oxytocin, converting the blood immediately into milk. They use these machines, sucker machines, to extract the milk, and at the end blood comes. They just wipe out the blood and it comes to your table packeted as Arokya milk or Avon milk. It is not coming from the farmer anymore. It is not Krishnan Kanaya's milk. It is coming from the industry. I'm not telling you not to eat it, not to drink it. I'm telling you one that because the demand for it, you want your Shahi Paneer, you want your Paneer Butter Masala, you want your butter, you want your cheese, you want your Paneer 65, you want all the chocolates, your ice cream. And then what happens to all these cows after some time? There is no doctor who can treat an animal that is sick in a milk industry. They can't afford to exhaust the resources in treating a sick animal. They substitute it. The animal goes to the slaughterhouse. Next, sir. Section 11(1)(d), cruel transportation. That's how it is done. These pictures are taken by me. Next, sir. Cruel confinement, section 11(1)(e) and G. If you find the pet shop owners, I just don't want to put my fingers to them because I don't have space. One is I have a space constraint, and then funds also. I have to feed them for the rest of their lives. So I'm not putting my fingers to them. Continuous confinement is animal cruelty. If a person is having a dog, your neighbor, and it's chained continuously, that is cruel confinement. It is cruelty to an animal. Next, sir. Failing to provide food and water. Food, water and shelter. That person is from Chengalpat in the front. When we captured these buffaloes in the night, he seen it. He went and bought 10 buckets, brought 20 big bottles of water, and he started feeding all those buffaloes there. The bottom picture is the same donkey from Vivekanandan College. It is having a bag of plastic and paper for it to eat during the night. நான் அவனை கேட்கும் போது அவன் என்ன தெரியுமா சார் உங்களுக்கு தெரியாதா கழுத பேப்பர் திங்கன்னு? He says, don't you know that a donkey eats paper? And என்ன பேப்பர்னு சொல்லியாச்சுன்னா அம்மா நோட்டீஸ் இருந்தா தான் சார் சாப்பிடணும். Donkeys are not supposed to eat paper. Yeah? Those donkeys are with me. Next, sir. Abandoning healthy or ill animals, section 11(1)(i) and J. Now I come back to that guy, St. Bernard's dog. Just day before yesterday, I rescued him. Now this St. Bernard's dog is, thanks yaar, that's very nice. Thank you very much. Power poets, came appo venda, let it be. That St. Bernard's dog, it's a native from Italy or Sweden. It is 3 feet tall. It's about 80 kilos body weight. Pardon?
Just like a calf.
It's just like a calf in the height irukku. And when I received this rescue call, I had gone there, and I was not able to. I'm not from Chennai. I'm from the rural part of Tamil Nadu. Right down. We don't get electricity for more than 16 hours a day. ஐயா இருந்தா கூட கொடுக்கல, அம்மா இருந்தா கூட கொடுக்க மாட்டேன்றாங்க. So all the fields are வயலுக்கு வந்துட்டு தண்ணியெல்லாம் பாய்க்கிறதெல்லாம் நைட்டு தான், and we have to spend our night on the fields. So this dog needs a lot of AC. Now this dog, the price of this dog is not less than 75,000 rupees.
3 lakhs rupees.
3 lakhs?
3 lakhs St. Bernard, which has to be brought from Bangalore. Particular at least 15 degrees.
என்ன சார் கழுத பாலோட வந்துட்டு எக்ஸ்பென்சிவா இருக்கு?
3 lakh rupees.
3 lakhs. Now this dog, now I'm searching for the owner. This may have a chip in it. Now it is being fostered by a person, by one of our volunteers is fostering it. So it will come back to me today evening. So I'm taking it to the doctor. We are going to check whether it is having a chip in it, a microchip. So we will track down the owner, and I will tear that bugger into 2 pieces. Vidamata. So this is what he's done. You know, leaving such a big dog, on the road.
Looking for any adoption?
There are many people who are sympathized and prepared to take it. Leaving such a big dog on the road, it is a big offense, sir. Yarum say matanga. No human being will do such a thing. But people today is like that. They won't leave an animal. They also leave the parents also. Parents also become a nuisance to them. Home for the aged. There are a lot of people, I go and visit them. They are mentally very, very sound. You talk to them. There are so many tahsildars, retired tahsildars who are there. Their children are in the US. They pay a huge sum for that home for the aged. But they are there. People are like that. People are so cruel that they left this dog there. And this is in one of the villages, this cow which is left on the street. So abandoning a healthy or hill animal is an offense. Next, sir. Complete prohibition to performance. Tiger, lion, panther, monkey, bear and bull. These animals cannot be performing animals. You cannot see them in zoos anymore. You can't use a monkey, a lion, a bear, a tiger, a panther and a bull.
What about circuses?
Performing animals.
Circus.
I'm also a member for the Animal Welfare Board of India, where I
No, I have a question, sir. There is two different animals, the exotic and innovative. So you guys have to save animal. It doesn't mean like it's just from India or outside India. So your duty has to be save animals, right?
yes.
So you fellows will have cockatoos and they can't have a parrot. Which means like parrots are from India and cockatoos are from rainforest. So what is your opinion on that matter?
See, the point is, when you purchase an animal, when you purchase a bird, it's a very nice question. When you purchase a bird, now from where the bird is purchased from, what is the native of the cockatoo?
Cockatoo is Australian bird.
Australian bird.
It's like blue cross
No.
to save animals, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like it is an Australian or Indian bird. My question is, I have a cocktail bird. So they don't like you won't ask me a question why you have a cocktail bird. But if I have a parrot, you will present me, right? So that is what the difference.
The difference is, this is not a native bird, a cockatoo or a cocktail or something. It is not a native bird. Now these birds, if you release it in the wild, they can't survive.
No, they can't.
They can't survive. So better they are taken care of. Now we are against the smuggling of birds into our country. The birds that are coming, during the capture, 50% of them die. During the transportation, another 50% dies. Now when it comes to the pet shop, it is confined to so much of cruelty, then a few more die. And people who fancy these birds are inexperienced.